Drag Race UK winner Vivienne, whose real name was James Lee Williams, was found lifeless in their bathroom by a concerned neighbor after friends were unable to reach them for several days, a recent inquest revealed. The discovery was made on January 5 by Janine Godbold, a neighbor who used a spare key after repeated attempts to contact the TV star failed. Williams, who identified with they/them pronouns, had reportedly been deceased for 2 days before their body was found. The tragic scene included 5 empty bags commonly used for ketamine, suggesting drug use. Ms. Godbold, overcome with emotion, testified during the inquest that she found the Vivienne looking as if they were asleep in the bathtub. Coroner Jacqueline Devonish officially ruled the death as one resulting from misadventure, indicating it was unintended and accidental. The investigation also noted that there were no signs of foul play or self-harm. Close friend Bobby Musker spoke during the inquest, explaining that although the Vivienne had been sober for years, they had recently relapsed into drug use. Musker had last spoken to them during a video call on January 3 and immediately suspected drug use during the conversation. "I've seen him on the drugs before, I could tell," he said. He also shared that they had discussed recent trips to Liverpool, which he believed were connected to obtaining ketamine. Musker emphasized, however, that drug use did not define the Vivienne and expressed his wish that people remember them for their immense talent and contributions. Musker noted that although the Vivienne had previously battled addiction, they had maintained sobriety for several years. He was unsure when the relapse occurred but believed it was not something his friend desired. "He didn't want to take it, but I knew he wasn't sober," he explained. According to Musker, the Vivienne was looking forward to multiple upcoming projects, including a role in Cabaret and a significant production about the life of drag icon Lily Savage. He also confirmed that his friend had shown no signs of suicidal thoughts and had been enthusiastic about the future. When the Vivienne failed to attend a meeting with their sister, Chanel, and their manager couldn't get in touch, Musker reached out to Ms. Godbold, who eventually entered the home and found Williams. Musker recalled the panic in the voices of Ms. Godbold and her son when they called back, exclaiming, "He's in the bath." Following the discovery, emergency services arrived at the Chorlton by Backford residence. A post-mortem examination determined the cause of death to be unnatural. Although details were initially withheld, the Vivienne's family later disclosed that the entertainer had suffered a heart attack likely caused by ketamine use. The initial hearing of the inquest took place in February at Cheshire Coroner's Court, where the body was formally identified by William's father. Coroner's Officer Amanda Edgar stated that the circumstances were not suspicious, and this was echoed by Area Coroner Victoria Davies, who adjourned the brief session. The Vivienne rose to fame after winning the debut season of RuPaul's Drag Race UK in 2019. Their win marked a significant moment for British drag culture. They later joined the cast of RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars in the US in 2022 and achieved 3rd place on ITV's Dancing on Ice in 2023. The Vivienne was the first drag performer to compete on the figure skating show, partnered with professional skater Colin Grafton. Born in Colwyn Bay, North Wales, Williams was inspired by seeing Lily Savage on television. They later moved to Liverpool at 16 to pursue a career in makeup artistry, eventually gaining the nickname The Vivienne for their penchant for Vivienne Westwood fashion. Their drag career blossomed from nights out with friends and ultimately led to international recognition. Despite professional success, the Vivienne was candid about their battle with substance abuse. At one point, they described ketamine as being their breakfast, lunch, and dinner and admitted to severe struggles, including eviction and financial instability during their years of addiction. However, they had sought treatment at Liverpool's Armistead Centre and enjoyed several years of sobriety. Their death prompted an outpouring of tributes. In Liverpool, hundreds gathered to release green balloons to the soundtrack of Wicked, one of the Vivienne's favourite musicals. Celebrities such as Kim Woodburn, Jade Thirlwall, Claire Sweeney, and Ian H. Watkins attended their funeral in Denbighshire, North Wales. Fellow Dancing on Ice contestant Odie Mabuse expressed her shock on Instagram, calling the Vivienne a warm and creative soul. Michelle Visage, a longtime judge on Drag Race, described the news as heartbreaking. In her first televised interview following her sibling's death, Chanel Williams shared her belief that social stigma surrounding addiction may have prevented the Vivienne from seeking help again. Appearing on Lorraine, she said that her brother had appeared to be thriving, making plans and working actively, which made the news of the relapse even more shocking. "It's so hard to come back and say, I'm struggling again," she said. Chanel also revealed that their family is now advocating for ketamine to be reclassified as a class A drug due to its rising misuse and dangers. She said, "We've just got to channel our grief into something positive so other families don't feel like this." Lorraine Kelly reflected on how actor Matthew Perry's death also highlighted ketamine's dangers, noting that while it can have legitimate medical uses, street versions are often tainted with unknown substances. Cheryl Williams, a drug rehabilitation center manager, joined the segment to issue a stark warning about unregulated ketamine use. She pointed out that street ketamine is often impure and cut with dangerous additives, putting users, especially young people, at extreme risk. Simon Jones, the Vivienne's publicist, confirmed that the star's cause of death was a ketamine-induced heart attack. He said the family had chosen to release these details to raise public awareness about the risks of ketamine, particularly as its popularity rises among young adults. Jones also shared plans to collaborate with mental health and addiction charity Adferiad to educate people about the dangers of ketamine and how to access support services. Following the Vivienne's death, Dancing on Ice partner Colin Grafton considered quitting the show. The two had built a close friendship during their time on the ice. Grafton shared that it was emotionally challenging to continue without his friend but ultimately decided to proceed in honor of their hard work together. "I know that's what Viv would have wanted," he said. The show has since been paused indefinitely due to declining viewership. The Vivienne's life, though tragically cut short, left an indelible mark on the drag world and beyond. Their legacy now includes not only dazzling performances but also a renewed focus on drug education and support for those silently struggling. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell for more updates on celebrity deaths and news updates.